All right, guys, welcome back. So today, me and my son went and picked up this 4.6 liter V8. This is the motor that was supposedly blown up that was used to be in the Mustang here. And I have no idea if it was actually blown up or not. But anyways, we finally went and picked that up out of their storage. This was part of the deal with the Mustang. Not real sure what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to pull sensors and stuff like that off of it. We're going to pull the heads off, possibly sell the heads if they're still good. And the only thing I really need off of it is the oil pan. They said I needed to take the oil pan and swap it with the one on the Mustang because the oil sending unit, you can't plug it in. It's different on those or something. And they said the bung is different. I don't know if it is for sure or not. I guess I'll find out as we take this thing apart. But kind of what I'm thinking is maybe taking this engine block right here and making a coffee table out of it, putting a glass top on top of it, just making a coffee table out of it. So anyways, let's get this thing off here. We're actually going to just unchain it. We're going to scoot it back here to the back end of the trailer and start taking it apart. So we'll see you guys on the other side. That's a bunch of stuff that could have fell out. Alright, I think the first thing I want to do is get the oil pan pulled off here. See what that looks like on the inside of the engine. I'm really hoping the engine block ain't broke. Usually that's what happens when you blow a motor. I was told that this engine had a hole or a crack in the side of it, and I don't see nothing. So, yeah, that kind of makes me wonder if it's actually blown or not. So, anyways, let's get to pulling some parts off here. Well, that one was really tight. Well, guys, I want you to look at this. So far, as best I can tell, there is nothing wrong with the bottom end of this engine. what could have happened is they could have, I mean, we won't really know till we get it apart, but I suspect there was something wrong with the cam on this one side here. Let me look. We have the cam here. This is a dual overhead cam. Look at this. Yeah, right there. There's your problem. That's it. That's all that was wrong with this motor. It's got a little metal in it. You can see it. It's not terrible. But this cam right here, bad. Now we don't really know until we get the other, this valve cover right here off. We get that off of there and we'll be able to see the other cam and see if there's something wrong with it. But man, they changed out an entire engine, put a rebuilt motor in this Mustang right here because there was a worn cam in it. It wasn't blown. There's nothing wrong with the bottom end. I mean, I can turn this thing over. There could be something wrong with one of the piston heads. It could have run into the, you know, the valve could have run into the top of the piston head. I don't know if they done a compression test on it. So anyways, just from what I'm seeing right now, it looks like it's just a worn cam. And so it probably wasn't running right. And they said that the motor was blown. Why did I think this motor wasn't blown? Well, because the kid that was working on it, that changed the motor, the lady who owned this, her son, was the guy who changed the motor. And he said the motor was blown, right? But whenever they came over here and I was working on this car for them before I traded for it, he said that it had a blown head gasket on this motor that's in here now. He said that motor had a blown head gasket, and I was like, no, it doesn't have a blown head gasket. You just been fiddling with stuff that you don't know what you're doing, and so it's not running exactly right. They done a delete on it on the air modulator valves, which is not on this motor. I was hoping to get that. It's part of the intake. So I'm probably gonna have to go spend probably $100 or so for an intake out of the salvage yard so I can get the air modulator valves, put it back on this car, or I have to get the tuner unlocked for this car so that it can be tuned for that modification that they've done. It's just simple as that. I mean, if you're going to modify something, you have to do it right. Otherwise it won't run 100% right. I mean, the car runs good. It just doesn't run as optimum as it could, or as it could be. I'm not too worried about that. I'm actually just trying to sell it. We've got some work to do to it, like change out the oil pan, so the sending unit hooks up and everything. Bad thing is, the oil sending unit is not in this oil pan. So yeah, this right here, you can see that's the size of the bung on that one. I don't know if we can see it on the Mustang with the wheels on there. I doubt we can. I know it's on this side of the car. Yeah. I can't see it. I'll have to get underneath there, get it jacked up and everything, get underneath of it. Which means I'm going to have to move all this stuff and get it up here on the slab, which I don't feel like doing. If I still have this car this next summer, I'll probably worry about it then. But as for right now, I will just, if I can sell the car like it is, I will sell it with that oil pan. I'll say, here's the oil pan. If you want to take it in somewhere, or I'll take some money out of the, you know, if they give me cash for it, I'll go pay someone to do it rather than me doing it myself. But yeah, I mean, this motor, it's probably just needed a cam put on it. Dadgum. I can't believe they spent so much money on this thing. I'll bet that's all it is. They overwrapped it. They may have bent a valve or a push rod or something. There could be something bent or something in it, but I I don't see anything wrong with this right here. And the noise you were hearing was the timing chain right here that's loose from this side over here. So that's what was making that noise as it's turning over. Let's turn it over some more. Yeah. Well, some of them have compression. I know some of them don't because there's no cam or anything on them, but put that back on there. Well, look at this. They put silicone on everything. Anyways. Well, I'm going to be taking all the caps and everything off here. I'm going to take this top end right here off and take the heads off of it and all that good stuff. Pull the bottom end out, pull all the pistons out, and we'll bring you guys back and let you see what all that looks like. I don't know that you guys really want to watch me tear all this down. That's going to be a lot of recording. Basically, I just got to pull these bolts out, pull all these the rod caps off, pull the main caps off. Yeah, we'll get her apart. Lots to do, but I need to go get my son and get him out here so he can see how this comes apart. So we'll see you guys here in a little bit. Should. Ta-da! Hey, there you go, man. That's a piece of wall art right there.
That's about all it's good for.
It's a piece of wall art. You can hang that on the wall. Some kid, I mean, we could take this thing and clean it up and paint it, and some kid would want to hang that on his wall. Or we could make that part of a plaque, put his name right here or something, you know? I don't know. Set it over there. All right, guys, we got a few bolts still holding the main caps in there on the crankshaft. I can't get them out of there even with the impacts, so I'm probably going to have to heat those up with the torch. I may have to actually weld a stud onto the end of some of those to be able to get that out of there. Hopefully that'll work. But anyways, I want to get the crankshaft out of this and just make it a bare bones block. And then we'll probably do a little bit of milling or grinding on the top here so we can get this top nice and level. And then I have a piece of glass, and there's a pretty thick piece of glass that would go like on the top of a jewelry case or something like that. And I'm thinking that would be cool to put right on top of this. We'll probably put some sort of, build a stand underneath of this just to kind of lift it up a little bit. We'll get it all pressure washed, cleaned up and everything. I'll probably have to get some brightener or something to brighten it up. If that doesn't work, then I'll probably end up painting the block. We'll put the heads back on or something and paint it, and then clean up the top surface here so that these are nice and shiny. Yeah, but I want to get that crank out of there because that thing adds a lot of weight to this, and it just doesn't need to be in there. And I think if we can make a little box base for this and put some LED lights in there so it will light up inside the cylinders and shine out through the glass top, I think that'll be a really cool coffee table for somebody who is a gearhead like myself. So anyways, I think that'd be really cool, and I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please smash that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.